Okay, Queens and Kings, so we're back with another DIY here in which we will be doing our Rustic Glam floor lantern for the spring and Easter time. Here are all the items that we will be using: hot glue, glue sticks, a knife, a mirror from the Dollar Tree. These crystal garland came from Amazon. I will be using 5 of the 8x10 faux wood picture frames and 6 of these styrofoam and the yellow gorgeous flowers, but you could choose whatever flower or color of your choice. So now I'm just going to remove all the content out of the picture frame. I just want the picture frame itself. Now, one item that I didn't actually mention as the material, you would need like floral color cutters or wire cutters or whatever, which that's what I'm going to use to cut my flowers down, as well as move these little black tabs that you see that I have here on the back of the picture frame, because I would not be needing those at all, but I will actually use those for one of the picture frame out of the 5, just for one, but 4 of them you can remove. So now we're taking our garlic crystals here. Now I will be using 5 links for each picture frame. I turned it around because I ended up damaging the picture frame, but the links are 12 links long, if that makes sense to you guys. I have 5 of the garland screens, but 12 links long. And here I'm just basically placing some glue down where the glass will lay at in the frame. I'm using that little area there to basically house the beginning of the gardens there. So I started from the middle and I'm just going to work my way out. And like I said, I will be using 5 of these garland length long. Okay, so now we're going to do the bottom. Now for the bottom, I'm going to place the garland on the edge, on the outside, the back of the picture frame, instead of the inside like I did in the beginning with the grooves. I'm doing this because I don't want that little slack look. I'm trying to make it as tight as possible. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. I'm just doing the same thing, just placing some glue down, then I'm placing one of the little crystals up on top of the glue. That is it. Okay, so now here is the 5th picture frame. You remember I told you guys for the 5th one, you're going to leave all the content in except for the paper and everything else. We're going to basically place that mirror in there. And as you can see here, I started putting my little black tabs down, and then I totally remember, okay, that's not the backing that goes on the back of that. So now, but before I do that, I'm just going to add some glue in and just to secure it. But what I did not do before I actually placed my mirror in there was clean my mirror. So do what I say, not as I do, as in this part here. Clean your mirror. Remember to clean your mirror, because I totally forgot. But it really not going to be too much of a big deal. You're going to use it for a reflection anyway. So basically I'm adding the backing back on it. And we're just going to remove all of the tabs and everything that basically stand the picture frame up. And that is pretty much it for this step here. See how dirty my mirror is? So don't do that, you know. That's when I realize it. So now we're going to move on to the frames, our little Rustic Glam frames now, the one that have the garland on it. Here we're just going to line them up. We're about to start to make the lantern itself. So by this picture frame here, these picture frames here have these little groove on it, where they have this little slope or whatever you would say. It's easier for me to just put glue there and basically place the other picture frame like that. It just gives it the perfect I don't know how to explain it, but it just lined up perfect for me, you know. So you guys get what I'm saying. I hope you guys do, anyways. But I'm gonna continue doing that for each one of the frames. I'm gonna glue all 4 frames. Okay, Queens and Kings, so far this is how our lantern look, and I really do like it. The crystal does it, just give you a whole different vibe from any lantern that you have seen, been built, or whatever. But I love the way that it looked. So now we're going to take that 5th mirror. We're going to use this 5th picture frame as the base, the one that we put the mirror in. Like I said once before, the mirror is just for basically give that reflection from once you add our love candles or anything in any type of lighting in there. So basically I'm just trying to line it up on the groove of the bottom picture frame, and then I will just start hot gluing it down. And now at this step here, it doesn't matter how you put the glue on there because you're going to hide there. You're really going to hide it. So that's why I'm being super sloppy at this moment here and piling the glue on. So basically where the picture frames touch at, that's where I'm going to put the hot glue at. That's all I am doing. Okay, so now I have taken one of my styrofoam, and all I'm going to do is just cut it in half the long way because I don't need it to be too long, but I don't want it to be too short neither. So we're just going to pile some glue up on those picture frame, and we're going to place those styrofoam directly on top of there. Now, you don't have to use this white styrofoam, but I like this more because it have a stronger hold, and I don't have to worry about it actually crumbling once it get older, like the real flowers styrofoam, the ones the green one does. You know, once it gets started to get old, it started crumbles all up, so it'll fall apart. You know, if it's not housed in the right proper place or whatever. But I'm gonna use the white one, and like I said, you shouldn't need no more than probably 5 or 6 of these styrofoams because you're gonna cut them in half. So therefore, it actually give you that extra styrofoam that you usually would buy other than buying in a big old boat, if that makes sense. I don't know, but yeah, you know, you get more but you pay less, pretty much what I'm trying to say here. Y'all forgive me, these voiceovers can be a beast. Whew. Oh my goodness. But yes, I'm going to continue doing this all the way around, you know, basically getting the styrofoams to meet. We're going to place some hot glue on the picture frames on the side of it and, you know, place our styrofoams. So this is how I have done it so far, and I'm about to do the last 2 here. But I'm going to trim it down as well because I feel like now it's starting to bulk out a little too farther than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to trim that off camera, and you know, just to make it a perfect square, or try to make it a perfect square all the way around, which I'll show you guys that pretty soon. Okay, so here it is. I have trimmed it down and you see that what I was talking about, it made it a little bit smaller so I could able to use less flowers anyways, but it's up to you depending on how far you want yours to be out. So now I'm just going to start arranging the flowers around how I want them. In the end, I started just placing three of these bigger flowers on the corner so it could give it a much fuller look. And then I started going around the bottom of it and started placing the flowers around. Here I'm just actually just piling flowers on. And then that's when I noticed, okay, Val, you may not have enough flowers, so therefore you may want to slow down. It's just piling the flowers on. So eventually I'm just gonna place them around the base of it, and then I'll come back and fill it in. Okay, so this is basically what I was trying to tell you guys, explain to you guys, where I started to notice, okay, Val, you may not have enough flowers, but I will put three of them on the edge so it could give a fuller look, and then around the base of it, I would just start adding flowers. Then I will go back and put in more flowers to, fill in some spaces or anything like that, like I'm doing now, because I have smaller flowers as well that I'm just going to insert in there. So, but the bigger the bloom, the less flowers you have to use. All right, queens and kings, look at this gorgeous, gorgeous piece here. This could be your centerpiece. This could be your end table. This could be your coffee table. This could go gorgeous for a wedding or just because to have in your house, just like I'm going to do, just because I love the way that this turned out. The glam brought this lantern up another notch, and then the flowers that's going on the outside instead of the inside, just like, yes, like gorgeous, gorgeous. I really love the way how this piece turned out. I've been wanting to do one of these for the longest, but I always want to do something different, different. So here I have placed my rabbit in there with my egg. So you don't have to just place your candles or anything in it, and it still look as gorgeous. So queens and kings, you guys already know. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this DIY because I have plenty more to come for you guys. If you all did enjoy it, please go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below, share with your family, friends, and loved one, and subscribe if you're new to the castle. We all would love to have you. I will talk to you, queens and kings, in the next video. Bye bye.